going on YouTube? Oh, welcome to a beautiful winter day. Just had Christmas. We're out here at the James River. Today, I'm gonna be showing y'all my technique on using a cast net. Now, cast nets are used obviously to catch a whole bunch of different varieties of bait. Do make sure you have the cast net permit, license, whatever. Double check everything that I tell you and make sure we're doing everything legal here. But my technique that I use to do the cast net, I don't have to use my teeth. I don't have to put it on my shoulder. I really developed this way of throwing a cast net for the winter or the colder water months. Because I mean, if you have it in your teeth, if you have it on your shoulder, the water every time is leaking off the net onto you. You're gonna get really cold. Are you still gonna get cold with this technique? Probably. You're still gonna get a little bit wet, probably, but it's a lot less water interaction, I guess, if you will. You ain't got dripping down your teeth, down your shoulder. Now, on top of making sure that you have, depending on where you live, the proper licensing or whatever, do make sure you know the regulations on the fish. Oh, what? Did I bring the right net? Oh yeah, this is good. That'll do. I was worried that I brought the wrong net or one of the really small ones, but no, this will definitely do the trick. All right, you saw that it was stored all twisted up. The only reason why I have it twisted up, when I store it, twisting it up makes it a lot more compact and easier to store. So first step is really just to untwist it and get it the way that it needs to be. So at the very end of your leash of the cast net, you have one hoop, should be built onto it. If not, just tie it, no problem. But you're just gonna take that and you're gonna pull it through just like this. This is a pretty important step because you don't want to throw your net out there and then lose a cast net. Put it on less dominant hand, which is my left, and we're just going to tighten it up. So we're all hooked up at the wrist. All we're going to be doing is we're going to be fully spreading our arms apart to get 2 arms length, I guess you could say, worth of line, and you're going to bring this back to your left hand, and you're going to hold all of this with your left hand, and you're just going to keep going all the way out and all the way back in. All we're doing is just fully extending our arms, bringing it back together, bringing it back together, bringing it back together. Now when we get to the net, make sure, this is called the horn, make sure the horn is as far up as you can get it. You're still going to do the same length, which is the arm length, but you see how we run into the net now? So all we're going to be doing is we're going to loop it around, and now we're holding the net. And then we're going to go to the net, another arm's length, just like that. And see, we're all the way down to the net at this point. Now, obviously, before all these steps, you want to make sure that your net's not tangled or anything like that, but that should be a given. Don't start this off with a tangled net. We got it all looped up all the way down to the net, and this is where you might need to pay a little bit more attention. Now, this is where we're at right now. We're all tied up at the wrist. We have the loops and loops and loops and loops, continuing the loops onto the net till you can till you can't extend your arms anymore to make another pass at this. All this is done on, again, the non-dominant hand. If you're left-handed, you want to be putting this done on your right hand. Same thing, just opposite sides. You got some water, you have your beautiful net. What you're going to do now is you're just going to plop that sucker right on the ground. Then we're going to do what we would call, or should call as of right now, just to give you an idea where to start from, is a 50-50 split, which means 50% of the lead on one side, 50% of the lead on the other. So we're just going to pull it apart, and wait, see how I have this and this? That means that there's no tangle. As of yet, there's no tangle, but that's what you want to have. You just want to have one line up here, one line at the bottom. That's about 50-50, I'd say. Yep, 50-50. So what I mean by is if you had something looking like that, or for whatever reason you had more than just 1, 2, if you had more than 1, 2 lines going across at this point, stop there, situate your net, get it spread out the way you need to get 1 and 2, top and the bottom. So we got 50% here, 50% here. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be filling the dominant hand side, which in my case would be my right hand, and we're going to make it more or less 60% of the weight is going to be on the dominant hand side. So now we have this much weight on this side, this much weight, which is obviously a lot less over here. I would say about a 40-60 ratio. So the easiest way that I've found to move weight from one side to the other is to take, you know, there's the bottom string, there's the top string. Just take the top string like this, and you're just gonna pull it over. You see how I'm doing that? And we're just pulling over a little bit at a time to make our 60-40. I know we already did that, but I just wanted to show you. So I'm gonna bring this stuff back. There we go. Back to 60-40 with the cast net. So take all your rubbish over here and you just kind of flip it over. Get it in the front of you. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go behind, and you see the bottom, you know, remember there was the 1 line and the 2 line, the top and the bottom. We're gonna go with the bottom line right here. While holding all this, you're gonna take the bottom, and you're just gonna put the main string right here onto your thumb. And your thumb is gonna hold just like this the whole time. So do not let this go until I tell you to. So whether it's the string or the weight, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that this is around your thumb. Pinch down on all that stuff to make sure this stays in place. And while you're doing that, go under on the same string, and you're just gonna grab with your right hand. I usually use at least these 2 fingers, but you can use these 3 or whatever. It doesn't have to be far apart, but you just grab it. Again, you're just gonna cup it and hold it while grabbing the 60% with the right hand. So this is what it looks like. So you can kind of tell that there's an opening there, and that's how we're going to throw it and make this opening larger to hopefully put bait in our buckets. Another real quick view. So we're just taking, remember, there's the back line and then there's the top line up here. From the back line, take it, put it around your thumb, pinch down. It doesn't have to be far away from it, but you're just gonna grab with the right hand, your dominant hand, and you're gonna grab the weight and hold on to that while grabbing the whole rest of the weights on that right side. So that's what you have right now. So this is where we're at right now. Got the left thumb holding on to that side of the net. Got these fingers holding maybe a foot or so down from the thumb while holding the rest of the weight. We're not gonna do a huge wind up, but we do come across our, I guess your stomach. So when you're throwing, what's happening is, just think about it like it's like a frisbee, or like for my friends that know how to toss pizza dough, like imagine you're throwing pizza dough out there. You want to throw it and you're going to release all of this first. While you're releasing that, once you come across, you throw it out, right? But you're releasing this first, and as it goes out and expands and creates that pancake of what we want a pancake, this thumb and these fingers right here are going to be holding on to the actual net. Now this is for like close cast netting. I mean, you can do the same thing pretty much with throwing it a little bit more distance, but we're starting off easy. After you throw it, you're releasing your right hand first with that 60% of the weight. The 40% on the left hand is going to go automatically by itself. When it goes, make sure your thumb and this hand is still holding the net. So let's give it a try real quick. Imagine you're throwing like a big ass frisbee. It's just a big frisbee, but with 2 hands. So you're trying to make it just open up like a pancake. So we're gonna throw it out. As soon as we throw this in front of us, the 60%, remember, thumb, fingers, hold it. Oh yeah, wait. Make sure before you start chucking these things out into your body of water that you know the ground a little bit. Last thing you want to do is have this thing wrap around a bush down there or a pile of rocks or something. And I'm telling you, unless you're getting in the water, you ain't getting that thing back. All right, here we go. That's all it is. Simple as buttered biscuits. But no, I mean, that's all it is. I mean, you're holding on to the back of the net, essentially. Throwing the front of it out while holding the back with your thumb and your fingers. Once everything goes out, you're just dropping it down. Get a pancake that thing. And I am kind of wearing like well, let's just be honest, I got a little bit bigger, so these sweatpants are a little bit smaller, so I'm sorry if a little bit of my butt comes out. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about, son. Ballin'! It's not a fun video if it's not a fun video. The object of this video was not to get wet. Now my back, I could definitely feel it is wet. But this is real time. I'm gonna do it in real time, put the net together, put it on my fingers, chuck it out there again. I'm gonna show y'all real time. Here we go, right now. So I've already got it all round up right here. Bringing the horn back to the top. Looping it around. 1, 2. And for different size nets, different size people, you'll have different amount of loops, but that gives you the idea. The back line to the thumb, back line around the fingers, grab hold, and look, I'm already ready to throw again. I'm not gonna fall this time. But yeah, guys, that's it. Hopefully this will help you get your bait. Do make sure you read up on what you can catch legally with the cast net and you can use. Last thing you need right now is tickets. And look, I mean, yeah, my back's wet, but it's not because of the way I was throwing the cast net. It was my weak follow through after I did it. But my mouth's not wet, shoulder's not wet, I'm a little sandy, but you guys get it. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Fishing has been slow. I have been fishing some. Maybe I'll run the clip of to kind of summarize how the last fishing trip went. Fishing, more fishing's to come, all the stuff ready to go, rigged up. All we gotta do is put some more fish at the end of the lines and we're gonna put some more content out there for you. If you like this video and it helped you, give it a thumbs up. If you have a question, a comment, or just maybe some advice to make this even easier, write it in the comment section below. Please do consider subscribing. I try to put out videos as much as I can. We have been on a bit of a dry spell for fishing time, but that's gonna be changing soon. Guys, I appreciate y'all sticking with me. Follow the channel, follow me. Catch you guys next time. Fishing, bye. Boom. Thank you. Thank you, Cameron. Always making sure that I'm camera ready. Thank you, sir. You are the best of the best. I don't care what your mama says about you.